Thank you for joining us on another interesting edition of your life enriching discussion program. Sincerely, man, it's my pleasure to be here. How are we doing this beautiful Sunday evening? Yes, thank you for tuning in as usual. Today we are having a very great conversation, asking some pertinent questions that really will be very insightful and indeed educating. All right. Just pause for a moment. Imagine what exactly could make a bride or groom not to show up on his or her wedding day. What are those factors that could make or lead to such surprising or surprise event on someone's wedding day? All right. All of these are what we're discussing today, as we'll be sharing the story of a young man who is asking for your help and my help. All right. My name is GboyegaSpeaks. Welcome to Sincerely Men. It's my pleasure to be here. Yes, Sincerely Men is a regular show every Sunday between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. except for last Sunday of the month when we have Sincerely Men Classic. Alright, on Sincerely Men, we discuss everyday issues on relationship, marriage, parenting, family-oriented discussion. That's what we have. We have here Sunday between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. except for last Sunday of the month when we have Sincerely Men Classic from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Alright, thank you for always being there. Thank you for tuning in. It's my pleasure. Yes, happy new month to us all. It's the very first Sunday of the month of June 2024, and indeed, to God be the glory. So much has happened within the first 5 months of the year 2024. Just before I came to the studio, on a certain WhatsApp group, the death of a young man was announced, and as I saw the post, I was reflecting on the incident that happened to a very great teacher. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, but we heard about it last week, this past week, that the teacher, amazing teacher of a private school in Lagos, passed away also. Very dutiful. He was my children's lesson teacher, and we really love him, and we really miss him. All right. That's a shout out to Mr. Raz Tafari and his family. Great teacher indeed. All right. Yes, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. Today we will be discussing something very important, as we'll be talking to singles mainly, and indeed talking to parents. All right, because this subject matter, we cannot exonerate parents from this discussion we're about to have. Okay, you can't exonerate parents and their influence on their children. Okay. Alright, just keep the dial locked here on 90.9 FM. GboyegaSpeaks is my name, and it's my pleasure to be your host and anchor on this program. Alright, yes, Sincerely Men is reaching you live from the studios of Top Radio 90.9 FM, broadcasting live from Lagos, Nigeria. Alright, we'll take a very quick break, giving glory to God Almighty, and when we come back, we'll kickstart the conversation. So just keep the dial locked here on 90.9 FM. I'll be back in a moment.
Baba Ancient of days, creation praise your name, all generation praise you, because you are God all by yourself. We celebrate your love, your mercy, your faithfulness. We lift your name in this place, mighty God.
Welcome back. Yes. That was the music of Victor Olayeni there, as we give glory to God Almighty, indeed, for His faithfulness, for His generosity these past 5 months of the year 2024. Yes, so many things has happened, as I said earlier on. So many waters has gone down under the bridge. And for us that were still here on this side of eternity, it simply means that, yes, indeed, God is not done with us yet. Alright, if you just tune in, the program is Sincerely Men, the station Top Radio 90.9 FM, and today we are looking at a very thought-provoking topic: why bride or groom may not show up on their wedding day. Why bride or groom may not show up on their wedding day. You know, typically the wedding day is a day of joy, is a day that a lot of people look forward to. You know, young people, everyone, family members, parents, siblings, everybody in the family will look forward to your wedding day. Alright? It's often a family event. Okay, in this side or this part of the world, it's a family event, so everybody will be there, you know, loved ones, aunties, uncles, you know, so many people will be there just to catch a glimpse of their little boy who is becoming a man, or their little girl who is becoming a woman. So wedding day is a day of joy, and so you see a lot of excitement, a lot of, you know, joy, you know, being radiated by both the bride and the groom. No wonder ladies will spend, you know, quite a lot of time, you know, in the makeup room. Alright, you get the best of makeup artists to come and do some artistic work on the face of the bride. Sometimes some people come out of makeup and you may not even recognize them any longer. That's how powerful all of those makeup kits are. Alright, guys don't make up, you know. Alright, so it's more an event, in my opinion, more for the lady. Okay, it's a ladies' event. Oftentimes, if a man say, "Look, I don't want to make any noise. I just want it quiet," say, no. You know, I've attended so many of my friends' wedding, and mine cannot be different. This one, you know how ladies behave. They want to like. All right. So there have been instances that I have seen. As a counselor and also in life in general, where one of the two parties involved did not show up on their wedding day. So what could be responsible? Why will anybody spend money, prepare preparing for wedding, inviting friends and family, and then suddenly there is a U-turn. Why? Why do people do that? Now, what I found out is there are so many reasons why people go into a relationship, and as a result of that, there are so many reasons people also go into marriage. So many reasons. Now, the danger there in any relationship is where your reason for going into a relationship or marriage is not the same as the same reason your partner is going into that relationship or marriage. That's one of the biggest mysteries or disasters that anyone can experience in relationship. Your own motive is at variance to your partner's motive, and you may not know. You may not know. Alright? I'll give you an instance. Some years ago, someone, a neighbor of mine, told us he was attending a wedding, and everybody just greeted. I think the boys were playing maybe table tennis or so in the neighborhood. And then less than an hour, he came back and said, look, he was even thinking that he was getting late to the wedding, only for him to get there and they said the bride refused to show up. Why? They said the father of the bride locked the bride in the house on the wedding day. So apparently there have been issues prior to that day, and so the father of the bride was trying to exercise his authority to say you are not going to attend that wedding, whatever is the issue. So what I found out is that, as they say, that there is no smoke without fire. Alright, everywhere you see smoke, the fire must be somewhere. And oftentimes people play with fire. And if you have seen where fire burn anything, fire does not burn anything and leave it the same. Anything that fire burns, you will certainly know that fire has touched that thing. So what I'm saying is, to those who are single and listening to this broadcast, there's a need for you to take caution. There's a need for you to apply wisdom. There's a need for you to investigate properly. You know, my pastor will often say investigate before you invest. Alright, so that you don't get your fingers burnt. So, there are so many reasons why a bride or groom may not show up on their wedding day. So I'm just going to look at a few reasons, and then we'll go to the story of this young man who came to me in the course of the week and requested that, look, I want you to counsel me and possibly also let Nigerians advise me as well. Okay, we spoke for about 3 or 4 days on this matter, and I made contact to all the parties involved, everyone, you know, that I needed to speak with regards to the matter at hand. I spoke with them all. Okay, and you know, the story will certainly shock you. Alright, and it may not even shock some of us that already know, you know, why, you know, someone can make a U-turn. But making a U-turn on your wedding day looks like one is not stable or not emotionally ready for the journey called marriage. Alright, if someone suddenly makes a U-turn on their wedding day, be careful. Such a person most likely may not make a good partner. Alright. It's like deciding on your examination day that you're not going to take that exams. That's it's just something close to that. Alright, so why is it that some people could decide not to show up on their wedding day? All right. As I said earlier on, just a few reasons, and then we'll go to the story of the young man. I know many of you, my Facebook friends, are waiting to hear the gist. I haven't told you that. Yes, I'm gonna share the entire full gist live on air, and then you can also listen to the rest of. Replay this discussion on YouTube. Okay, if you are not aware, my YouTube channel GboyegaSpeaks, that's my YouTube channel, so you can always go there and watch or listen to as many videos or audios that we have uploaded on my YouTube channel. All right, so a bride or groom may not show up on their wedding day if one, there's a sudden change of mind. No wonder the Bible tells us that a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. If you are in a relationship with someone and you are seeing traces that this person has the tendency to take erratic and irresponsible or very drastic decision, you need to be watchful. You need to be careful with going further into marriage with that kind of a person. All right, there's always a clue into the character and the personality of every individual. There's always a clue. All right, so we need to pay attention to the clues and the signs we see in our relationship or marriages. All right, because even with regards to medical aids, okay, you want to see a doctor. Oftentimes, the doctor will request that you take your vital signs, that the nurses take your vital signs. Those vital signs are pointers to the state of the human body. In like manner, the things we see in our relationship and marriages oftentimes are pointers to the state of the mind. They are pointers to, our personality. Okay? So, a bride or groom may not show up on their wedding day as a result of sudden change of mind, especially if the person has suddenly discovered something that he or she cannot overlook. Okay? Some years ago, there was a young man that was going to get married to a lady, and some friends in the neighborhood saw himself and the lady, a couple of times, and then someone asked and said, it's like you are getting close to so and so person. Yes, that's my fiancé. Oh, okay. He expected congratulations and all of that. The person called him aside and said, did she tell you what happened when she was in school? Say, which school? Then the story broke out that she dropped out of University of Ibadan. Whereas she had told the guy she was going to get married to, they already even planned to have their engagement, engagement date already fixed. And so she had told the guy that she's a graduate of University of Ibadan. Whereas she didn't graduate, she was rusticated. So, I know the guy personally, and so for that reason, he decided to not continue with the relationship. So, that's one reason. Alright, sudden discovery or something that, why would you not tell me this? There's so many stories that people don't want to tell. But you see, the darkest part of your life shouldn't be what you run away from, because ultimately we all came from somewhere, and certain things has happened at one time or the other that we probably may not even have control over. So rather than try to shy away from the darkest part of your past, I would always advise that you embrace it. Embrace it. That's why former American President Barack Obama could write the book Audacity of Hope, and he shared the story of so many things he did before his opponents will begin to use it against him. Okay, so the best way to confront the challenges we face in life is not to run away from the challenges, it is to confront those challenges. Alright? The best way to tackle the challenges that come our ways is to confront the challenges rather than run away from it. So that lady lost the opportunity of getting married to someone who truly loves her, and I hope that she's married now, because the young man eventually went on to marry someone else. So I've given us two reasons now. Sudden change of mind could happen as a result of sudden discovery of something that the person cannot overlook. And you know that sentiment, tomorrow is the wedding day, we already fix our wedding, people are coming from far. Why? How do you tell the people that are traveling from different parts of the world or different parts of the nation to say, this wedding is no longer holding? I mean, it wouldn't make any sense. Alright, so what other reason could be responsible for spouse or the groom not showing up on their wedding day? Reason number 3, parental or family conspiracy. Parental or family conspiracy. In this first story I shared with us, it was the father of the bride who insisted that her daughter was not going to wed the young man that he was going to get married to, and as a result of that, he didn't let his daughter go out or go to attend her wedding. So the question will now be, did these people go through counseling? Because in counseling, that's some of the things that would have been asked. See, each time people come to me for counseling, I always have an idea of how thorough or how horrible the counseling session, premarital counseling session was. Because where a bad job had been done, or even where the couple didn't even go through premarital counseling, it often tells in marriage. Otherwise, why will parental consent not have been obtained before you say you want to fix a marriage or wedding day? Nobody goes into marriage. In fact, parental consent is part of the requirement according to the Marriage Act of Nigeria. Parental consent is a vital aspect of your getting married. Whether you want to go to registry, whether it's church wedding or white wedding, as some people call it. Alright? Parental consent is critical. So, for those who are single listening to this broadcast, don't go into any relationship that is tending towards marriage where one of your parents or both parents are not in agreement. But the question will now be, am I not an adult? Can't I choose who I want to live the rest of my life with? Yes, you can. In some cases or instances, the officiating minister or pastor can overlook or override parental consent. That will mean that your pastor or leader will be the one standing in for your father or your parents. Okay? Even though they are alive. That's why at the marriage registry, some people rent parents. It will shock you. There's some who rent parents. Some of the things that we see at different marriage registry, different parts of the country, you see that you want to rent a family, you can rent people around at any typical registry. You can rent a family, you can rent father and mother. And they will take their fees just to show up at the wedding marriage registry as your parent. And they will take photographs with you. Oh God. You know, why I'm laughing is I recall the story of a young man who, in those days, in our secondary school days, when you go to school, whenever there is PTA, attended a public school, our teachers will often insist that our parents must show up, on our behalf, and they must, oftentimes they will ask the student to, show up on PTA day with your parents, and then your parents will write, your name and put down their own name also. So a young man was being disciplined one day, and he was asked to go and call, his parent. So on his way home, he decided that, okay, I will just look for someone who can come with me to school instead of going to tell his dad, for whatever reasons. And so he saw an uncle and said, uncle, please, this and this happened in my school. They said I should go and call my parents. So the guy followed him to school. And then when they got to the school, the teacher asked, the man, the uncle asked the teacher, so what exactly did he do? And he also acted as a parent by scolding the boy, scolding him seriously. And surprisingly, he told the teacher to give him 6 more strokes of the cane. Terrible story. All right. So, parental or family conspiracy. I'll still talk more on this because the second or the third story I'm about to share with you, this is what has been identified as the reason why that wedding didn't go through, or why the wedding didn't stand as at today. Alright, so I've given us 3 reasons now. Sudden change of mind, why why a groom or bride may not show up on his or her wedding day. 1, I said sudden change of mind. 2, sudden discovery of something that the person cannot overlook. And then 3, parental or family conspiracy. Number 4, unexpected events on wedding day. Unexpected things sometimes happen on wedding day. Just think about what can be that unexpected thing that can happen on a wedding day. Alright, we'll take a very quick break. When we come back, I'll give you an example of an unexpected event that happened on a wedding day and how that event altered the entire program of the wedding. I'll be back in a moment.
Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my lover. With you, everything is really love me. Make my heart to do, nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. Same thing, way they make me feel like say you go be my wife. Now the same thing, baby, they make my friend God say I don't waste my time. Now because I don't respect you, girls, I love for you every night and day. I pray for you because of you. I they fly like butterfly, my love. Now this thing make people they say I don't lose my sex, my baby, but nobody can stop me from loving you. I'm sweet, my love. Everything is really can love you. Make my heart to do dirty. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. With you, everything is really can love you. Make my heart to do dirty. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. You see the way all the things they flow. Sometimes to see how they love you so. Get out of suspect, say they no. Say now you be the person where they make me flow. Ooh, proud of say you are the blessing. And that's why you are so interesting. Nobody is understanding. Nobody is my beautiful girl. Now all this make people they say I don't lose my face, my girl. But they can't stop me from loving you. I'm with you, my love. Everything is I'm in my heart to do. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. With you, everything is really can love you. My heart to do. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. Your love, they affect my brain. Continue to make me go insane. You go make sense if you from my place. If you don't feel I go up in my pain. Your love, they affect my brain. Oh my love, how they go insane. Just leave on the way you be. Oh my love. Now all this make people they say I don't lose my sex, my pain. But they can't stop me from loving you. I'm with you, my love. Everything my heart to do dirty, dirty. Nobody can love you the way I do. My love, I do everything. Nobody can my heart to do dirty, dirty. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm weak to my love, I'm weak to my love. My heart to do dirty, dirty. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm weak to my love, we do everything. Really love me, my heart to do dirty, dirty. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm weak to my love. It comes in nobody can stop me from loving you. I'm weak to my
CMS Grammar School Lagos is 165. Activities commemorating this milestone start on May 30th, climaxing on June 6, 2024 with a Thanksgiving service at the Cathedral Church of Christ, Marina, Lagos. Time 12 midday. Anniversary luncheon follows at the Naval Dockyards at Medubelo Way, Victoria Island, Lagos from 3 p.m. Celebrate the 165th Founders Day of Nigeria's first secondary school, the CMS Grammar School, Lagos.
Alright, welcome back. Yes, that was the music of Brackets and the track titled Yori Yori. Okay, if you just tuned in, the program is Sincere Memory Station Top Radio 90.9 FM, and today we have been looking at the subject matter why a bride or groom may not show up on their wedding day. Alright, we've looked at some of the reasons and then we're taking the conversation further right now. Alright, yes, I've given us how many reasons? 3 reasons from experience that could make someone not show up on their wedding day. I said an unexpected event on wedding day. Alright, so typically when people come to me for premarital counseling, I usually will tell or ask the question, where is the wedding taking place? So for instance, if it's a church wedding, my counsel always will be that don't let your reception venue be drastically far to or far from your wedding from the church. Okay, so don't let the distance between the church where your marriage was being consummated be that far, to the venue of your reception. So this particular year, this couple got married in Lagos and the reception was going to take place in Ibadan. And at that time, Lagos-Ibadan Expressway was undergoing some construction work. So we were coming from Ibadan driving towards Lagos, and then we just suddenly saw a bride with a group of people sitting on the grass. So reception happened in the middle of the road because there was no way to get to Ibadan. It was a standstill. So as we drove past this group of people with the bride and her wedding gown and all of that, and the groom, having to have the reception on the road, my mind was like, oh, so what happened to those who actually went to the wedding venue direct? Some people don't even bother to come to church, they just go to the wedding reception straight away. So unexpected event on wedding day can alter the entire program of the wedding. That's why typically when you are preparing for wedding, it's always extremely important that you take care of certain things in the realm of the spirit. Alright? You have to saturate that day with prayers, okay, and ensuring that everything works together for your good. Ensuring that nothing untoward happen on your wedding day. Very, very important. Okay. So how would the videographer covered the event that happened, you know, the reception, emergency reception that happened on the way rather than at the actual venue that the reception ought to take place. So many things happen. Alright, so back to the story of this young man. I'll still give us the remaining two reasons why a groom or bride may not show up on their wedding day. I know many of you have been waiting for this, okay, especially some of you are my Facebook friends. Alright, so the story is this. A young man contacted me in the course of the week. He got married to a lady that he said was introduced to him by a sister of his, and relationship blossomed into wedding arrangements. So he was introduced, according to him, to his in-laws to be by their daughter, and he was they welcomed him, and long and short of it, they started premarital counseling in our own church right here in Lagos. So things were going on for this couple to be, and they were continuing with their premarital counseling in the church also in Lagos. And so he said that he got a call that he should pay the bride price and then come for engagement, and then he can take his wife, so that that chapter can close, as is the norm. All right. So he actually informed his friends and family members, and on the day of the engagement, according to him, they all traveled down to the east. Okay, the lady in question is from the eastern part of Nigeria, while the guy is from Delta states. All right. So long and short of it is that on the day of their engagement, he said his wife absconded. After he had paid the bride price, he had given his apparent engagement stuff as was required. Until this day, as we speak, according to him, he has not been able to take his wife. So he was very hungry, he was very livid. You know what it means for someone to have spent money in six figures. That's what he told me. Said he has spent about 1.2 million or thereabouts, or more. And so till date, he doesn't have his wife, and the family is yet to refund his bride price. So I asked a number of questions, just trying to understand what could have led to this. Now, in the course of my findings, I spoke to an elderly man who incidentally was part of the counselors, okay, in the church where they had their premarital counseling. And the man said to me, he happens to be a pastor actually, and he told me that what they found out is that that lady and her mom were the reason she didn't show up on the engagement day or their traditional wedding day. That's how the Igbo brothers, the Igbo brothers call their own engagements. So traditional wedding day, she absconded because there was a conspiracy between her and her mom against this guy. So her father wanted, as I was told, the guy to marry the lady, but the mom was not in agreement. Why? I asked, and I was told that there was someone else who was richer, who had more money, who was more comfortable. Okay, and so for that reason, he didn't have the opportunity of taking his wife home. The question is, if that is the case, why was he given that day to come for engagement or traditional when there was someone else? Now, what probably would have happened, the way we thought about it, is perhaps that guy suddenly show up, the other guy, the second guy, the preferred candidate or the preferred suitor suddenly showed up, and as a result of that, the family felt, look, or the mom and the lady decided that, look, the best thing is for this lady to go into hiding. Ladies and gentlemen, in a few months, I think next month it will be a year that traditional wedding took place in Enugu. According to this young man, his bride price that he paid has not been refunded, and he still doesn't have his wife at the moment. So he went and sought the counsel of a lawyer, and they took the matter to court. Okay, but surprisingly, as he told me, the judgment from the court was ridiculous, because the court said the family should pay him 200,000 naira only instead of 1.2 million that he ought to collect. So that's where the story is at the moment. And I took an effort to speak with the parents of the lady, the father especially, and the sister, and the assurance they gave me was that his money will be refunded. So that's where we have left the matter at the moment. Okay, that's where the matter is at the moment. All right. So many things can cause a bride not to show up on our wedding day, just as we have just heard from this story now. So many things happen, okay? But more importantly, if you have done your homework well before the wedding day, then you'll be rest assured that there will be no surprises. You'll be rest assured that there will be no stories that touch the heart on your wedding day. We'll take another quick break. When we come back, I'll say a few more things on the points I was highlighting earlier on, and then we'll ask you to call in. But before then, if you want to be part of this program, you are free to send in your text messages to the studio SMS line 0810-713-7559. Alright, the top radio SMS line is 0810-713-7559. Once again, the top radio SMS line is 0810-713-7559. If you want to be part of this discussion, feel free to send in your text messages. The number once again, 0810-713-7559. When we come back, we'll open the phone lines and I'll say a few more things as I said earlier on. Just keep it down locked. I'll be back in a moment.
Is your business registered with Corporate Affairs Commission? There are many benefits of registering your business, among which are: 1. Your business is formally recognized as an entity. 2. You can operate bank accounts in the business name. 3. You can relate with other local and international organizations as an entity, and many more benefits. To register your business, whether business name or limited liability or NGO, contact Ekina Consult on 070-67-432-447.
She likes it when I say. She said she don't want me to. She says I always make her know what you want. She said she really likes my style. Seems like she wants to take it slow. Do anything to make her smile. Know what you be my love. What I'm not to do. Running around chasing you. Wants to take it slow. Do anything to make her smile. Know what you be my love. What I'm not to do. running around chasing you. I can never think of replacing you. Cause like you, I ain't find any makeup in my life. Would you be my lover? Be my lover. And if you won't be my lover, let me know. Would you be my lover? I am in love with you. No use me catching cruise. Don't know if you could do. I got one question for you. Are you gonna let me be the one? Are you gonna let me be the one? Are you gonna let me be the one? Baby, you be my lover. Be my lover. Say you'll be my lover. Please be my lover. Nobody else will be my lover. You'll be my lover. Yes, I can now. You'll be my lover. Always there. You'll be my lover. She can be my lover. Nobody else can be my lover. Nobody else can be. She can make my heart go. She can make my heart go. She can kill it. She can make my heart go. She can kill it. Kill it. She can make my heart go. She can kill it. She can kill it. She can kill it. She can make my heart go. She can Sing, 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 sing.
Yes, welcome back. That was the music of Banky W and the track titled Yes and No. Yeah, the track is titled Yes and No. Alright, yes, if you just tuned in, the program is still Sincere Element, the station top radio 90.9 FM. Yes, the studio SMS platform is 0810-713-7559. If you have questions or contributions, feel free to send in your text messages to 0810-713-7559. Alright, send your text messages to the studio SMS line 0810-713-7559. Alright, registration for Single Summit is still ongoing and will be closing soon. Okay, we extended this registration for the Single Summit that we ought to have had on the 20th of April. It was extended to Saturday, 15th of June. Alright, so God willing, in 13 days time, we would have the Single Summit for 2024. Perhaps we may still have one more if God allows or permits us, or time indeed permits us also. Alright, so but don't miss this opportunity. Single Summit is always a forum that we created for singles from different walks of life to get to meet a soulmate. And there have been countless number of testimonies that people have shared. Oh, I met my husband at your program. I met my wife at your program. It's always very exciting for me. Alright, so don't miss this opportunity. Some ladies are coming from outside Lagos. Some guys are also coming from outside Lagos. That's usually the practice. So, if you are a single guy, a single lady looking for a life partner, why don't you join us on Saturday, 15th of June, 2024? So, how do I register? Well, access fee is 4,500 naira only, which also includes slight refreshment that everyone will get that day. Venue is somewhere around Alausa, Ikeja. And for you to register, you just need to do a message. I'm interested in Single Summit. Just do a message to this WhatsApp number 07067432447. If you are not on WhatsApp, you can just do SMS and you'll get a response. Okay, but if you're on WhatsApp, send WhatsApp message to 07067432447. All right, send a message to that number 07067432447 if you are interested in the single summit, forthcoming single summit. Okay. Also, there is opportunity for matured singles to also get to meet other matured singles. Actually, we created that platform about 2 years ago. So if you're a matured single, maybe age 50, 60 and above, and you're looking for, companions, or looking for a companion. Yeah, let me put it that way. You're looking for a companion in the opposite gender. Someone who is not looking for a wife any longer, looking for children any longer. So that tells you the caliber of people you are going to be meeting. All right. The people I am talking to are people who don't want to have any more children. They just want companion. Perhaps you are a widow, a widower, a divorcee. Okay, with track record that you are a divorcee. Okay, so you can also join the platform. All right. The whole essence is so you can find meaning for life, even if you have not had a fantastic relationship, from the onset of your life. All right. Time check, 9 minutes gone past 6 o'clock. Time is not usually our friend on this program. All right. So the young man who just shared his story is still waiting for the family to refund his bride price, since they didn't give him a bride anymore. He didn't have to go with his wife. All right. So the church also is making efforts to assist him to get back his bride price, because the church where they did their premarital counseling, they are also aware that the lady eventually absconded on their wedding day. All right. There are so many reasons why things like this happened. I've shared about 4 reasons with us. The other 2 reasons could be as a result of what I like to call the handiwork of village people. When village people are interested in your matter, anything can happen. All right. Yes, so there are so many reasons why things can happen this way. As I said earlier on, the handwork of village people can cause things not to go well on someone's wedding day. And also perhaps medical reasons or medical condition or situation can also prevent the couple or the bride or the groom from showing up on his or her wedding day. So that's why, as I said earlier on, it's always good for you to pray very well so that your wedding day would go smoothly without any hiccup, without any stories that touch the heart on your wedding day. All right. If you are on YouTube, the picture of the people concerned are on my YouTube page. All right. If you go to YouTube, you'll see the name. You'll see the picture of the lady and the guy. They were meant to be husband and wife, but the lady didn't show up on her wedding day. So that's the picture of the young man and the lady. If you are on YouTube, you'll see the picture there, and we are streaming live on YouTube. Perhaps in case you don't know, GboyegaSpeaks is the station. So just search, if you go to YouTube, just search GboyegaSpeaks, and you'll see the picture of the lady and the guy in question. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe, please. Just subscribe, and then put your comments also in the comment section and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right. Very soon we'll open the phone lines. If you have an advice for the young man or even for the lady, both of them, the young man is listening to this program. I know the lady also will listen somehow. So feel free to advise or to give suggestions. Okay, feel free. Today is one of those days where we have community counseling. Well, it's not only the counselor that is counseling everybody. Community counseling day. You know, I've told us before that one of these days we will have community counseling day. So, why will anybody not show up on his or her wedding day? Perhaps you may even have some experiences, maybe personal experience that you want to share. Okay, people go into a relationship for different reasons and for different motives. So whatever motive drives that takes you into marriage is what will keep you there. Whatever motive that takes you into a relationship is what will also keep you there. All right. Time check, 14 minutes gone past 6 o'clock. Yes, we open the phone lines now. Phone lines open. You want to be part of this discussion? The number to call is 0913689738485. All right. The number to call is 09138973485. Okay, you want to be part of this discussion? The number to call is 09138973485. Alternatively, you can just send a text. Okay, that line may be busy. A lot of people trying to call the number at the same time. Okay, so just send a text to 0810-713-7559. Okay. All right. Keep your messages coming in. Yes, I've seen your message from Abdul Wahab from Igbalu. All right, I hope I got that right, Igbalu. Thank you, Abdul Wahab. At the appropriate time, we'll take your message. Yes, keep the messages coming in. You want to be part of this program? Send your messages. The number to send your text messages to is 0810-713-7559. That's the stop radio. That's the top radio SMS line. Okay, 0810-713-7559. Alternatively, you can call us on 09138973485. Okay, the top radio calling number. Don't call the SMS line, please. The number to call is 09138973485. 09138973485. Yes, we have our very first caller. Top radio, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes.
This is Femi from Ikorodu.
Okay, Femi from Ikorodu. Let's hear you quickly.
Okay. The thing is, the guy shouldn't just worry himself at all. God just delivered him from bondage. Because if he had gotten married to that girl, he would have sucked life out of him. Because clearly that has shown that the mother of that girl is all about using her daughter for business, not wanting her daughter's happiness. So she wants where she can be getting money from, where she can always tell the daughter, I need this amount, tell your husband, I need this. And she has seen that guy is not a kind of guy that will be able to provide for her needs. So she's not sending her daughter into marriage for her daughter's happiness. Rather, she wants to use her for business adventure. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Femi. Thank you. Have a great evening. All right, Femi there sharing his opinion that the mother of the lady wants to trade her daughter for money. Okay, so it's more about money than anything else, and that the guy should even thank God that all of what happened. All right, thank you very much, Femi. I appreciate you for that call. Time check, 18 minutes gone past 6 o'clock. Time is not our friend. You want to be part of this program? We are having Community Counseling Day today. As we ask the question, will groom or bride not show up on his or her wedding day? Okay, we've given instances, examples, stories of what happened, and even shared one that happened recently about a young man whose wife absconded on their wedding day in connivance with her mother, allegedly. Okay, so the young man is not happy. He's very, very bitter. According to him, July next month will make it a year that wedding or traditional engagement happened, and his bride price has not been refunded. Okay, neither has the family given him his wife. The way he spoke, he still wants his wife anyway. He still wants his wife, but the wife doesn't want him because apparently, as our findings revealed, there is someone else who is richer and wealthier than the guy. All right, top of the good evening. Yes, Emeka from Kitwap, right?
Good evening, President.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
God bless you, sir. Bishop Colin, happy New Sunday. God bless you, sir.
God bless you, Bishop. Please go ahead.
Family, sir.
Fine, thank you.
According to the first caller who called earlier from the Bishop Colin, that guy, if you know this thinking of things, if you should give him his flashback, he should get to set of this Thanksgiving. But the reason for everything that happened to a man, or that there's some people they didn't know. You have to evaluate yourself. If you eventually got married to that lady, that guy life will be cut short. But thank God that he's alive now. God wants to show him some lessons, but he didn't understand. So we're just talking about life is not the giving. He just forget about his life. Only what you need to do is to commit everything in the hands of God and leave it for God. Let go. You know, God was talking about vengeance belongs to him. Let go and advance for him.
Yeah.
So even to me, I will not go to court. I know who I will report the matter to. So for him to say that I need his wife, he should forget about the wife. So abandon because the woman of that girl is using her daughter for business. Even though if they say that girl is eventually married to this man, that woman will come to his house and took his wife from there and give to that man. So to forget about the man, the matter quickly from that lady because already he has given the girl to another man. He should forget about that lady. Give it to another one, then let God give his son the bone of his bone. Because that lady is in patient, you didn't even love him, you didn't even like him. If you like him, you not agree with his mom to beat him down. So God bless you, sir.
Thank you, Bishop. Thank you. Have a great evening. All right, thank you very much. I hope you are listening. I'm tempted to call his name. You know yourself. I hope you are listening to all what has been said. I know you are listening. I know. All right, Top Radio. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Femi calling back.
Okay.
I heard you said something just now that from the way he's speaking, he seems to still want his wife back.
Yes.
Hey, God just removed the yoke from his neck and he's telling God he wants that yoke back. Well, it's left to him. But the truth of the matter is this. If you give him back that lady for marriage, that marriage will not last more than 2 years. Because even this so-called the other rich man now that they are giving her to, if somebody else that has money more than that one comes, they will still remove that person and take eye again to that higher one again. he should not just bother himself asking for his wife. God has removed the yoke from him. Like the last caller said, he should go and do thanksgiving in church. In fact, that money, if it's possible for him to forget the money and leave it for them, God that gave him that one will still provide more for him. Just leave it for them and leave them to God. Let God judge the issue. But for him saying he wants his wife back, it's like calling for death on his side.
Thank you, Femi. Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a great evening. All right. Yes. Okay. How do I think I need to give this guy a name so that it's easier for us to, relate the story appropriately. Yeah, I know his name. He told me his name. Okay. All right. Top radio, good evening. Hello, good evening. Yes. What's your name and where are you coming from?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
She's Blessing from Ifako.
Okay, Blessing from Ifako. Let's hear you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Thank you for calling.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you too.
Today's topic is fantastic.
Thank you very much.
God bless you, sir.
Amen.
All the first and second and third caller, they spoke well. So my advice there for the man is just for him to hand over everything to God and move forward with his life. He should not bother thinking bringing the wife back, even if the family now decided at last call him, they should not respond. Because according to Bishop, the second caller, third caller said, God remove heavy yoke on his head. And they want to bring the yoke back by saying he still need the wife. It's better. There's a proverb that my people normally make. They say it's better to give birth for a young. If God will come during after university, let God death come when he's breastfeeding. The time will be there will not be much when you train a child in university, hoping that tomorrow he will be feeding you, then death will now come. The man should not try it at all to bring the wife back. Even if the family of the lady said that, oh yeah, come and have your wife back because we cannot be able to pay your wife back. The man his life is short. In fact, his life is short. So we should not try. We should just thank God. Move on with life. God will bless him with a wife of his own. God will bless him. So we should not think of going back, even when they call, because it's a heavy yoke. When a man marry a good wife, it's in paradise on this earth. It's in paradise. But when you marry a bad wife that is giving you headache, nothing like hell is closer to the person. So the man should not bother. He should move on with life and pray to God. God will eventually give him
thank you. Thank you, Blessing. Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a great evening. Yeah. All right. Yes. Kel. Kel, I hope you are listening. Okay. So many people have advised you this evening. All right. Femi from Ikorodu, Bishop from Odogunyo, Blessing also has added a feminine angle to it, saying just waka pass. Top Radio, good evening.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Pastor Philip. Thank you very much, for your good work.
Thank you, sir.
All those who have spoken,
yes, sir,
they have spoken well. I think the young man is lucky to have had in contact with you. That this program is now broadcast. I joined my faith with those who have spoken. That young man I congratulate him.
Wow.
He should just forget about that woman. And if God has given him the grace that he did not borrow that money, he should forget about that money. If maybe they call him to come and take his wife, the money he may go, he should not agitate for it.
should just be thanking God and live his life. Because I look at it that God has just rescued him, so that he has not entered conscience. My advice. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Where are you calling from, sir?
I'm calling from Groom.
Okay. Thank you, Pastor Felix. Thank you very much. Have a great evening.
God bless you.
God bless you too, sir.
Continue with your good job, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, Pastor Felix. Wow, everybody saying same thing, that Kel should move on. Just move on and forget about this lady. The thing is, I still intend to still speak more with Kel, and I believe that as at yesterday, or not 2 days ago when we spoke, he was still very angry. He sent me a message yesterday, which unfortunately I was not able to respond to. Top Radio, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, sir.
Yes, good evening. What's your name?
This is Blessing calling back.
Okay.
Sorry, sir. What I forgot to say is that family of that lady should have it in mind that lady has brought bondage